Hello, good evening everyone. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, I know it's been a long time since I've done some stream, quite a few days or maybe a week or so. Just I've been dealing with a few things lately, just diving mostly more into trading, more readings, more testing. I've recently, yesterday I just got a stream deck, so I had to set the stream deck. It's getting there, but it's not there yet, but we're getting there. So yeah, I've been doing it in the background. Some trading. Uh, if we have some time, I'm gonna show you yesterday's trade, which didn't go very well. That's mostly because I was confused with the tweet of Mancini, so I messed up my entry. Okay, so let's connect again to data feed, get some data in. And to be honest with you, yesterday I oversized a little bit, also too much, and this is not the things I need to do in order to progress. Uh, anyway, back to our day today into trading. We're on ES, so I'm just gonna explain you a little bit where we at high time frame wise. So in the high time frames, we're gonna see that we're basically on a free fall dive. We'll be running like quite a lot after the we got into the previous you can see the yearly. We saw that we went into the previous DVA and then into the previous and then into the previous the DVA low, the current DVA low. We tested it and then we ran for quite a few days. But then we see that we were not able to break the previous DVA high. So the previous year's DVA high, and then we are now on a free fall. We even crossed the yearly VWAP, which means that we have very good potential to go down now, like this, and test the VWAP of the previous year. If we manage, and that's a big if, we see there are some buyers here. You see the big gap out. I'm not sure if they're gonna defend enough to push back this free fall. That's like on the big time perspective. Now this is a quarterly, again almost on the quarterly DVA high we're getting into now. We just basically the price has a little bit just stopped just at the quarterly previous DVA low. This is what holds the price at the moment. Otherwise we see there's a big value gap here, so if it breaks it's gonna stop probably at the report. So this is what stops now the price. Uh, and then let's go to the monthly. The monthly again, we cross the DVA, and that means that there is very big potential to here very good potential to go to test the DVA low. Here we see again the gap, and the gap had been see there was a range here, and then the range boom, so top. So this is a big gap here to fill. If the buyers step in, we may see some possibly pull back to the VWAP and then go back again. We'll see it's gonna react. You know I have my own setups. Possibly one setup actually, the failed breakdown, so I'm not sure if it's gonna happen or not, because already we're at below the previous day low. Anyway, this is the RTH, it hasn't to do with now, but let's go into the so we see how price was balanced over here over 3 days. That was this area. Then on the, when was it? On the 21st, we crossed a massive area downwards. We crossed all this area we've been in the past. And we almost stopped just below the VPOC of one big massive area we had in the past. See this one. It's gonna be like 4 days. And now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, yeah, 22nd, yes, yesterday, we basically saw price was just holding at the lowest part between the previous day's spot and the lower value area low, so it was holding within, but today it just broke down below and then it just collapsing during the pre-market. We don't know where it's gonna stop, and I'm not sure if we have any. Have this one, which I'm gonna mark now. We have this area, which is basically it's one area only, one day only. This is from the 27th of March. Then there is a thin gap here. There's pretty much not much here, so we may see actually running within this day pretty fast. And then we're going into back another range we saw in the past. This block here. We saw how price stayed like a lot. How many days? And when it attempts to go lower and push back. So it's very likely to see that this one day won't be able to stop the price going down, and we may see some reaction at this point. And possibly, if we accept this price block, we may see just price ranging, and from there it's just gonna go down and up again. But I'm pretty confident that we may see this price testing this level, and just curious to see. So just curious to see. So yeah, it's just above the PVA, the monthly PVA. Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious to see if there's any correlation between this price and the monthly PVA low, but there isn't one. Anyway, back on the weekly, it's the last arch low time frame. We saw how price was corresponding very well to the weekly high time frames. So we see yesterday and today, price tried many times to break down. We had several failed breakdowns yesterday. We had one, that's the one I took. and then we had another one, and we had another one. So we had three failed breakdowns yesterday, and we had one today, and possibly another one. And then price obviously couldn't push up higher because it was the weekly DVA low here, you see. So it couldn't push any higher, and what it did, it just collapsed. These failed breakdowns, it could be like potential for very good profits. But yesterday I did the big one, so I hit my daily loss, so I couldn't take any other. But if I had waited, there could be one or two more afterwards. But I had to leave the screen, so there was no point. But otherwise, it was a very good day yesterday for failed breakdowns. Uh, anyway, let's do our prep now. And today, I'm not sure how the price is going to be when the market opens. If they're going to try to buy it or not. But honestly, the prices yesterday, it's just on the free fall, honestly. Uh, we lost the yearly VWAP, which is important. We are below the monthly VWAP, and we're just getting into the quarterly previous DVA VWAP and the DVA high, which is this one. So what I've been looking for, I'm gonna be looking probably to short the market today until that level. Yeah, if I see quarterly breaking, so we're gonna see. So we see here the high time frames and the CVAs. So we are currently at the level I was telling about, this CVA that we're trying to test, and we see some rejections now. Okay, so what I'll be looking for, I have the feeling the market is gonna skyrocket. They're gonna buy it because it's the quarterly previous lows, so it's a good price, and we're just below the VWAP. And I have the impression that we may see, you see the yearly VWAP here, and I have the impression that this is so a big failed breakdown of the yearly VWAP, and it's gonna pop up when it opens. So I'm gonna be waiting to see any possible acceptance above the 57.81 to get a fair breakdown, and then scale out at these levels, the major 1 2, and then leave a runner. Sounds like a plan. Another thing I'm going to be planning to see. Let's I'm going to mark this one. So this one is a fair breakdown and back to recovery. And another option is to dive into, when the market opens, we're going to be around here. So if we dive below these high time frames and below the overnight low, and then pop up. So this is going to be like my main scenario for today. Okay. So we're going back into the execution one. Okay. Yes. So next thing I'm going to do is download Machini's. By the way, I hope you can hear me well, because I haven't done stream for quite a while, so I hope my voice is recorded. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now is download the latest Machini's newsletter and copy the levels, which I have to. Okay, I'm just going to Machini's website. Yeah, because I spent the whole morning instead of actually doing some reading and stuff, was just trying to set the stream deck. Still hard to finish, but it's quite useful to make my life a lot easier. But yeah, now we have to do the prep quite in a hurry. Seems that the price is getting stabilized. So yeah, I have this take profit trader account that I try to pass. If I wasn't doing these stupid mistakes, uh, I would be in a very good position. I'm still in the game. It's just I need to lower my size a little bit and do what I was doing in March. Take only profitable trades. Anyway, okay. just save it, and now I'm just gonna open it and just copy the levels fast. The 5 time frame levels are okay. So, and the only thing on the is I need to put a quarterly a quarterly viewport. I haven't done it. I'll set it now. Quarterly viewport 5645 5645. Okay. I'm gonna set a viewport as well for the quarterly and a DVA low for the monthly. The weekly reacts very well, but I'm not quite sure. So just to show you what I'm doing now, basically I set my drawing for the quarterly viewport, and I'm gonna do the same for the viewport. Because you never know. Quarterly reacts very well to the price. So it's 50, 55 and 10. 55 and 10. Okay, that's it for now. I'm gonna go to the monthly PVA low. I'm gonna take this one, rename it. Okay, and then the price is 56.81. 56.81. I think it's 59 again. Yes, okay. And then I'm gonna see on the weekly if we have any previous areas that I need to mark on in which we may get engaged. So basically now we're entering an area way far back again. We're now at 57.70, which are basically it's around here. So basically we're about to enter an area in which we were in the early April of this year, which is this one. This one. So we're about 57.70. We're just about here now. And we're about to enter in about, I don't know, 70, 50 points. We're at the VWAP now, this area. We're getting there to the VWAP of this area. So we may find some buyers here. I just wanted to let you know that prices react very well to previous DVAs, especially weeklies. So I'm gonna write here potential buyers. Okay, potential buyers. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of there, just for my record. Okay, so just jumping now into the present. There is a high chance that price is gonna stop now. We are basically around here. We're just finding the buyers at the top. This one. So it is very likely that we may see a dip and reclaim it in this area. Which one I'm gonna be looking for? Anyway, let's jump into the present. Alright. Okay, now we see how price is consolidating above this weekly previous DVA VWAP. We may see a pop in and not back, and that's one we can take. We see there's a confidence between the levels, this one and this one, the bottom. There's a bullish confidence there. But I'm not sure if it's going to stop the price, to be honest. Yeah, just going to set the levels now. It's not going to be a much change, but so yeah, I'm just doing the levels now. So we do 58.60. These are important levels for managing the trade, so it's good to make them every day. Usually they're not a big difference. Usually there is like 1 or 2 points difference, and occasionally there is a bigger difference. So yeah, like here 58, this one doesn't exist anymore as a zone. And there is on the one level of 58.25. Okay, and there's there is one actually 15 to 20. Just also has to so it's 15 to 20. 15 to 20, okay. And it's a major as well. Alright. And then just gonna put the text within. Then we have 5809, this 5803, 5803, simple. Which is the Monday low. So we are below the weekly lows. So we hit new weekly low now. And that's a very, very good spot for a fake breakdown. Here we see price is acting very nicely for a fair breakdown. I'm planning to enter at 50. I was talking to a friend of mine. I would say the Monday's low. So we hit basically a new weekly low here below. And what I'm be looking is price to recover it. It's gonna be a really nice thing. And then as well take profits. I'm not gonna leave around now. I'm gonna keep putting my levels until I see we're breaking the actual level here. The market is about to open, by the way. So we're stopped at 57.93. Yeah, there's 58.03. We put it, and then there's 57.96. 57.96, which is a major. And then we have 57.88. So this one is 57.88 basically. Okay, which is a major rule. Alright, and then what do we have? 5771, yes. And then we have 5758, 62. So basically this one does not exist. There's a lot of time left here. Black. I'm gonna put the levels now, which is 57, 62, and 57, 58. Okay, that's a major there. And that's where we're gonna put it somewhere in the middle. I'll just leave it alone. So okay, price is going very well. Let's see if we're gonna reclaim it. 57.96 I would say, but because the Monday's low is 58.04, I would say at 58.04. I'm gonna see the reaction there. We may actually build a base before we go. Instead of going now up, we may see building a base and then pop up. By the way, I just heard that the result of this market. This market movement is a result of Trump's tariffs again, as usual. So nothing new there. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the market is responding very well. By the way, 58.04 is the monthly VWAP as well. So it's a big confluence there again into our favor if it breaks. Okay, I think I'm gonna be going in. I'm gonna go when it breaks the 58.04. I'm getting ready for it. we're at a very good spot now. We see some downward pressure from the Monday's low. But we see very good delta here. Just the 10k, as I was saying, is like a CVA low. So it holds the price, and we see price just got rejected, and now it's went back in. Now we see sort of small pullback happening on the delta, which is the result of the Monday low, but the volume is still going on very high. Okay, I'm going in. As always, I'm going to be taking profits to the first, then another to the second, and I'm going to be leaving one to test a little bit higher. I saw volume coming very powerfully. That's why I dared to go before I see some acceptance from the 5804. I hope I won't be proved wrong. I hope so. But we are in a very good spot now. You see price just hold for a moment there, and there's a pullback. I'm having quite a wide stop just in case we have a small pullback, but I see the price is fueling up, so yeah, we are at monthly VWAP. We're hitting now, and I think we just crossed it. This is some very big volume coming here, we see right here. That's what I'm counting on, because the volume is the gas for the market. We see some transactions here. I think we're gonna hit the first PP. That's a big movement here. I didn't want to enter here. I just wanted to see actually price breaking that high. That's why, because I entered here. I want to see that high breaking. That wasn't enough. We saw what we saw now, but now we have to wait. We need to see some pullback here. Or temporary hold, or some sort of acceptance. If we try to sell and price hold and we reverse and we break, that's a very good sign of acceptance. But this is a very natural response, especially to the monthly VWAP. In theory, if someone was a bit more risk seeker, he could go, especially here after the second test, of this level, which is the quarterly previous to the low. In theory, someone could take this trade from the second test and go again, enter right here. But that was very risk taking, because if someone enters here, we haven't even broken the structure's high, so it's a very good, dangerous to come back on you. And so I say our entry was okay. It was probably a bit early, but and we needed first to see the acceptance and then coming in. But the volume is really good, so it's always pros and cons. That was the reaction there at the major level, and some more volume coming in. Some good reactions here. Let's see how it goes. We may see a big pullback now, but price is holding. The buyers hold the price. If they come to a point where they can't hold it anymore, I may cut my trade and enter later. But as I see volume coming, so I'm not sure if it's gonna have a big dip inside there. Just yeah, so I just cut my trade just in case to protect my losses, in case we were diving more into it here. Probably we won't, I just didn't want to risk it. Now if I see we reclaim the 58.34 around here, I will enter again. That was just a precautionary, because we ended a bit early. Yeah, probably we're gonna do a little bit more dive. Anyway, I'm gonna continue with my Chinese levels. So we did this to the backwards. Let's see if we have any other levels here. we may see a dive to the overnight low and then pumping up. So that's why I just got my trades. We may see price coming, diving, and then coming up to break the monthly. We'll see how it goes. So we're 50.04, about here, about here. So I'm gonna plan an entry if it happens about here. So I'm gonna do buy stop. So buy stop there. So we're gonna be one level below. So just gonna drop it. Stop it here, and then I'm just gonna take our first profits here, and then our second profits. Let's see here, and then we're gonna run the other one. Or I may as well put the second one, just this one, close to the getting close to the previous day low, and then the other one I'm just gonna run it as a runner if we manage to get there. But probably what we're gonna see is what I had thought about before. You may see some fail breakdown on the bottoms. As we see, here, the price just stopped at the top of this area we were just talking about before. Retested the CVA high, popped to the VWAP, which was CVA high as well, and now is, you see there's an area here, just at the CVA low of this area now. But a friend of mine got the rejection, which probably I should have done too, because it's a big thing there. But we'll see how it goes. So how the feeling that we're gonna pop very hard later. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep doing my levels. So we have the 57.96. So this level, between below 57, 58, 57, 58, okay, 57, 52. Okay, let's see because we're in a very good spot now. There is a big absorption of buyers. We see price delta from 10k went to 3k, almost 7k orders, and we barely saw movement in the market. So the selling is incredible there. I'm gonna do some levels up here. Just in case. Just not the first. About 58.77. We have 58.83. Okay, now that we see that is formatting a lower low here, I'm gonna take the stop and just place it below this. This is not an this is a limiter, this is not an active order. But if I enter here, I want to place my stop below the current structure. So that's why. It's a bit too much, but let's see how it goes. I have a feeling it's gonna pop quite good. Yeah, not gonna do any more levels. So now we see, this is a battle here. So this is a battle here between the buyers coming from the volume and the sellers at the VWAP from the monthly VWAP, which are here. But I have the feeling that if the buyers are keep pressing, it's gonna break this one, and we're gonna test the maximum of the level when we first broke down, which is this one. So this is what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see another test of the 5850s here, especially if we see this one now. And what I'm expecting to see is the retest of this level, and then either we'll go higher, we'll break it, or we'll just pull back again down. This is what the market wants to do, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to pull it. So our basic entry is reclaiming the VWAP, the high, entering at the next level, taking first at the first major level, and then taking at this one just below the previous day low, and then hold the runner up until at least the 58.43, which is the price, the significant low that we broke down. So I'm expecting a retest of that at least, price to go here. So I have an hour of trading left. In any case, this is my setup, what I've been waiting to play. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it may never happen, may happen later, or knows, whatever. We see prices pushing, but very, very slowly. We're soon gonna hit the zero mark on the delta, which is could be a big rejection there from the delta. Uh, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna give it another shot for today. It's a very good area to buy, by the way. What is at the VWAP? Just we haven't broke it yet. Price action is getting a little bit tricky because we are at the close to the zero to the base, and there are many sellers here. So we may see price doing just a blip to trigger the long, then fall behind, then backwards again. So yes, it's a bit tricky, but I'm watching it closely. So Yeah, we see volume is trying to push higher and higher now. This may take a little bit of time for the whole action, for the whole play to take place. Okay, we will trigger the long one as I was expecting volume to come. Now while we are at the base, delta base, it's going to be a little bit tricky. As we see, I have a wider stop, so I can give any pullback we have, I can give it some room. But the the direction of the delta is obviously for longs, and they will just keep pushing, so I couldn't ignore that and go for shorts. Now we hit the delta. We just missed our first TP for a couple of ticks, basically. That's why I may just have it there. So we can see now fighting the delta. We see that they try to break above. They get some pushbacks, but I think the trend is obvious now what the market is trying to do. There's nothing for me to do here. I'm just gonna keep it as it is, and I'm gonna take a break and be right back in 5-10 minutes. Because I've been on the screen for quite a few hours. I'm gonna keep recording it, by the way. Okay, so we're back. Hasn't changed much as I see. We see that prices keep pushing up. The cumulative delta is absorbed, but they keep pushing. And we've done higher highs here. So we're still within the trade. The only way I'm gonna cut my trade is when I see cumulative delta stop pushing up higher, and we see some big rejection. But for now, I'm keeping the trade on. There is a poke as well on poke. What I mean is the standard price of the CVA at 58.29. So here there's a poke about. But before that, I wrote a plan to take my second profit. So I'm gonna leave a runner. And what I mean is, I can show you. So it's what I mean is this one. You see, we entered the area. This is the blue line. This is the line where we're at now. There is some bearish context here. You see, and there is the poke of the big area, which is around here, which we're not able to break the last on 25th of March. But I'm holding it, so I'm planning to take major profits there and just leave a run in case it breaks higher. So it's a good planning, but we need to see it coming through. So we'll just wait for now. we have crossed above the intraday VWAP. So yes, we took profits. We took our first two contracts there. Before, because I have to leave now for work, I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. Hopefully it will break at some point in the VWAP, the monthly VWAP. And I put my runner just in case close to the overnight high. Let's see if I can push it to get some more profits. It's not a safe choice, that is what was going to give me the highest amount of profits. So we see now we're just trying to reclaim this one. We're about here now. Hopefully we're going to take this one as well. And then I'm just going to leave a runner. And I'm just going to put it just below these lows. Actually, I'm just going to put it right about here. It's not at the overnight highs, but this is where price got rejected multiple times and then got rejected. So that's a good place to put it in. Let's put it there at the top of the candle. So we see how price is having a very hard time to break above. The volume is still coming, but it hasn't materialized on the chart yet. So we see some kind of rejection there now. I think I'm going to close my profits, my trade there. See a big rejection coming, which may take us further down. Let's see, we see some. So the Monday low has become bullish now, but I'm not sure if it's able to push to hold the price. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close the trade now. There's no point. Just waiting to see how this candle is gonna do. Yeah, just closing the trade now. And I'm planning, because I'll have to leave now, I will plan to put a long trade about here, and I will be aiming for the price. I will be aiming for the price to come and test all the way down, do a fair breakdown down, and I'll lift up. Just gonna put a limit order now. Let's see. That's the volume. I'm just gonna put it here. Just gonna see. Just trying to put it on the right side. Okay, found it. Okay. So we see now that the price, you see, it was at the volume area high that got rejected. And I'm gonna place two kind of limit orders. The one is gonna be about here. And let's say we're just gonna be doing entry about here. I'm gonna be placing my stops right below, just in case it does a big just in case it does a big breakdown, which is about for more than 10 points below. It should be enough. And in case it enters, I'm gonna be plan to take my first one here. My third one, I'm gonna just put it right here. And my second one, I'm just gonna be placing here. Okay, that's the first one. That's the first limit order, and the second one is gonna be just in case we manage to break above and we manage to reclaim the previous day low. For some reason, so I'm going to replace another one right here. Just in the dilemma if I'm going to put it right here or just above this one. So I'm just thinking mostly about this one here. I'm just going to put it here. Okay, I'm going to put here another limit. So I'm just going to do another buy stop. And the buy stop is going to have the entry here. The stops are going to be about somewhere about here. Yes. The thing with I don't want to put too many limit orders. Actually, I'm gonna cancel this one because if uh, if it goes down and triggers the other one, this one is gonna be still remaining. So I'm just gonna add it to my position, which I don't want to do. Okay, cancel this one, so I have only one remaining. And it's really tempting to go long from now here. But I'm not gonna do it because we see price is gonna try to push lower. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna put the other one as well anyway and see how it pans out. So as I said, it's gonna be around here. So I'm gonna say stop. This one's down here. It's gonna be my stops. Okay. So and I'm gonna be taking profits. The first ones it's about somewhere here. The second one's about just over here. This is just in case the market gets bullish afterwards. The other one, just gonna put it at the maximum of the overnight high. Sorry about it. So now I'm covered in both ways. If it goes below, I'm going to be taking profits to the highest. I'm going to use this range of about 30 points. So we see how buyers are getting filled very fast. There's nothing big there. The best trade today would be to enter about here when we broke the significant lows. So take it from here and take my profits here. That part. But that wasn't my process. So because I want to see if it's gonna reclaim the 5804. So anyway, we see some strength. See some strength because you see buyers that try to hold this delta, and we saw the how delta moved, but it can't break it for some reason. So we see that we have a significant low now that is forming here, the 57.96. yeah, there's nothing else for me now. As Mancini said, he said earlier that he's generally not doing only failed breakdowns, but he does also level reclaims. For example, like he said that if we reclaim this one, we're going to be hitting this one and this one, which we did, but it wasn't a failed breakdown. It was just a level reclaim, and that would be about, let's see, let's say that in case let's say that in case we end up what's gonna doing here and take into this one, that would be about 14 points. Yeah, that would be about 14 points. Yeah, I wasn't looking for that, so I missed it. I was looking for failed breakdowns, but probably now in the future I may be looking any level reclaims we see fit. That was a valid trade as well. Don't say it wasn't valid, it was just reclaim of the base.